Hello, good evening, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2, where I have finished the main plot and now I'm working my way through the expansion Throne of Ball, and I've gotten distracted by a side quest within Throne of Ball, where I'm trying to clear out the Watcher's Tower, or reset the Watcher's Tower, or do something with the tower, and the guys who asked me to do it are probably not on the up and up. So they're doing something which isn't right, but whatever it is, who knows? I don't. However, what we've got here is we've got a man and a machine, which either I need to get him out of the machine, or I need to leave him alone in the machine, or something. But I'm not going to concern myself with any of that right now, because what I want to do is go back to my pocket dimension, have a long rest, and get rid of this curse that I have going on. So, yes. What I'm going to do is over here in Special Abilities, Pocket Plane. Bye, dude! I'm just leaving, just going. Okay, so let's see if we have anything. Actually, let's check the money this time. All right, I've got a lot. All right.
It will be done. Saspinar gladly serves a great one. Saspinar make good butler, yes? Would you like me to make you shiny ones? I have many recipes.
You're adorable. Show me what you can do.
Needs must I look through your belongings? Match them to recipes, must I? Let me see. Ooh, what's this? Sharp.
If you gets both Ixal's spike and Ixal's nail, one's a dagger, one a spear, then I puts them together. They meant to be together. Oh yes.
I keep looking. You have lots here.
I do. Knows recipes for 2 heads of the Flail of Ages. First, you adds Poison Head, then you adds Electricity Head. Only recipes I have, sorry. Okay, so I got the Poison Head. The Electricity Head is still missing.
You sure you not just want to dump everything out? Easier that way.
This is me dumping everything out. Keep going.
What is bad smell? You been killing dragons?
Not exactly. Ooh, is white dragon scales, is it? I make good scale armor, protect you from cold, maybe. 5,000 GP only. You wants? That sounds awesome. Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Stand back then. Never used this recipe before. Could be messy.
It hasn't been messy yet. Okay, so we get a bit of a whoosh.
Enjoy. Now Saspinar goes back to his duties. Oh, yes. Lots of goodies to find. Lots to collect.
Absolutely, but first we need to talk some more, Saspinar.
Gladly.
Skippy, skippy, skippy.
What's that? I keep looking. The flail of many heads. You
okay.
Not just want that. What got we here? A book? It's good bedtime readings, maybe. Oh, it's Tome of Golems. Yuck. Boring.
There's pages that can make book better. Make book make better golems. Recipes for recipes. Is funny, yes? Well, you no have proper pages for current tome, so forgets about it. I just puts book back. Probably too many big words for use anyway. Not enough neat pictures. Excuse you, Saspinar.
I think I see bracers of goody two-shoesness.
Yes, the paladin bracers. I will not be needing those. Yep, I did. You got paladin's bracers. Needs good blessing and they becomes better. I knows priest who does it for 10,000 GP. Wants me to get it done? No, I have no paladins. I need no paladins. I want no paladins. No, anything else?
Okay, you're lost. I see if you've got anything else.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. one? What is you, a rock star? Oh, here's that one.
Thanks, Espinar. These is Bard's gloves. Good for bards. Recipe I has uses 5,000 GP along with 1 diamond, sapphire, emerald, and rogue stone, and you even got all that. I don't have a bard, and I don't really intend to. So I don't think that this would be useful for me to make. So I'm gonna never mind. What else you got?
You must have something in here worth me looking. Maybe nice female imp? Nah.
I have never yet met a female imp in this game. I'm sorry.
Hey, what is this? A hood? You off to visit grandmother or what?
Well, if I knew who my grandmother was on either side, I would absolutely visit her. Oh, is Thieves' Hood. I sees now. I haves good recipe for this. Uses Ring of Invisibility and Antidote Potion, if I remembers right. But you not have all that, so what point in checking? Ring of Invisibility? Aye.
There only one more recipe I has. I check, but just for you because you so sweet.
Oh, I'm not sure how I feel about having an imp flirting with me, but thank you.
Okay, maybe I have something here. By the way, I organizes all your shoes, okay?
Well, I have a lot, so thank you. I thought maybe you have pieces for Heartwood Ring. Good recipe for Druid. But you needs both Oaken Ring and a Nymph's Tear. That a gem, if you not know. But who cares? Yeah, I don't have the Oaken Ring. Well, I takes another look here, but I got to tell ya, it doesn't look good. But maybe you know your stuff better than me. Who can say? You know you got Quiver of Bolts here, right? I can upgrades it so it makes +2 bolts. Crossbows be sucky, but not quite so sucky with better bolts. 5,000 gold and it be yours. No.
Well, I don't see anything else I can make. So much for that. Over and out. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya and all that. Just where I'm going now. I want a nap, maybe.
A nap sounds awesome, but first I want to look at this armor that you made for me. White Dragon Scale. Not surprisingly, this armor created from the scales of a young ice dragon provides the wearer with protection from cold and ice. Cold resistance plus 50%. Cone of cold 3 times a day. Damage 10d4 plus 10 cold. Woohoo! I don't remember how to read the armor class thing. Well, that's a tricky one. Now, I'm assuming the fact that I have -20 on my Thaco is a good thing. So if I were to switch to this scale, I'm still -20? I don't understand any of how this works. I don't get it. Minsk? Shove this in your bag, would you? Hopefully I'll remember that we have it. This is so much stuff. I wish that there was a shop in here, honestly. Okay, we are going to take a long rest. It's okay, it's just a little pocket dimension of hell. It'll be fine. Okay. First things first.
Yes.
I would like you to use your belt before I forget. Yes, and then, where is it? Where is it? Less, cure light wounds, sanctuary, command, remove fear, chant, hold person, resist fire and cold, silence, slow poison, spiritual hammer, aid, cure medium wounds, holy smite, dispel, invisibility purge, remove curse from me, please. Awesome sauce. Look at that. I've got my hit points back.
What is it?
Okay. Save. And let's go back and figure out what to do about that guy in the machine.
Certainly.
Return me from whence I came, please. Alright. Let's take a little meander around here and see what else is going on in here. We have some sort of gate. We have a trap. We have boxes.
Yep.
Okay, Imoen, do your thing. That's a lot of experience. Oh? Devil Shade.
Speak.
Everybody. Let's do a little cleanup here. Oh, it's getting messy over here. Oh boy. Okay, we're gonna need to spread some people out. This is a lot. Okay, which one's me? That one's me? Hit that one.
What do you want?
Imoen, please go for this one. Minsk. Actually, go for this one. Jahira. Yeah, continue with that one. Baldur. Hit that one. Airy. Go for that one. Okay, everybody has your instructions? Go. Okay, then everybody gangs up on the last one remaining. Okay, so we have whatever's going on here. We have me accidentally turning off the party AI.
Quickly and precisely.
Okay, another thing there. And another door over on this side. Okay, so exit to the lower reaches. Alright, the prison thing that we have to deal with must be in the lower reaches. Imoen?
Good to go.
Elminster's Ecologies, Appendix 3A, once again.
Cover your nose, boo. We will leave no crevice untouched.
Potion of Insight. Crossbow bolts. Alright, don't care. Money, money. Ooh, antidote. More crossbow bolts. Bastard sword, long sword, crossbow, arrows that I definitely don't need, full plate mail, more weapons. Oh, these are weapons that don't have a plus. Okay. I see how it is. Okay. I understand what's going on there. Which means I actually want to mark this spot. I probably want to mark this spot with the correct spelling. And then this one, Larial Tear Necklace, Potion of Fire Giant Strength, yet another Elminster's Ecologies, and whatever these are. Okay. Wand, Spear. What are these? Arrow of Piercing. Fun. Into the pelt they go. Okay, Valgar was holding...
I have no space for any more. I've placed your item on the ground.
Oh, I see. We have an issue. I'm gonna pass these to Minsk. In fact, you know what? These are probably also the bracers that Sespinar keeps offering to... I dislike doing this, but we're going to be putting the unidentified stuff into the bag of holding, because otherwise we're just getting out of control here. There. Okay. Valgar, pass one of your stacks over to Minsk. Pass this necklace to me. I'll put that away. Pass that to Minsk. Put it in the bag. What else have we got here? I don't know how much of this stuff I need and how much I don't need. Somebody's got to be low on these potions, though, not you. Well, let's just pass this stack around. We'll have people top up. We'll sort of have people top up. Valgar, I want you to give those to Aerie for her pile. Let's just put that there for now to give some inventory space. What is this? Oh yes, that's Wizard Slayer. Okay. I doubt we need the Madman's Journal anymore. I probably should have left it in the pocket dimension. But I'm just to the floor with that. And there is a bunch of stuff that I should have left in the pocket dimension. Oh boy. Okay.
Speak.
Okay.
Without hesitation.
And then there is some sort of staircase to the Illithid encampment? Why is there an Illithid encampment here? Hey, dude, did you know about the Illithids on your doorstep?
What?
You again. What do you want this time? Nothing. I'll come back later. When you became trapped in that cage, what happened to your apprentices? Or, I want to ask you some questions, O great lord of level. Yes, that one. Questions. I will deign to hear your questions. But beware, you do not bore me, or I shall unleash the wrath of the machine of Lum the Mad upon you. Dude. Whatever happened to your apprentices? Can you show me how to operate the machine of Lum the Mad? Do you know how to get down to the next level of the dungeon? Is there any way to get inside that glass case of yours? Or can you tell me anything about the monsters you've summoned over the past few years? Let's start with the very, bluntness. Do you know how to get down? The question bores me. Begone! Fine, rot in your cage for all I care. Or just one more question, Lord Karsten, if I may. Just one more question. It's wafer thin. No, no more questions. Time to make things more interesting. Dude. You annoy me so much, little man.
What?
Want to ask questions? What about the monsters you've summoned over the past few years? Anything interesting about them? Question bores me. Just one more? Cannot initiate dialogue. Carson appears busy.
What?
Any way to get inside that glass case of yours? Rot in your cage for all I care. Oh, hey! I don't get electrocuted if I tell him to rot. Interesting.
What?
What happened to your apprentices? How dare you ask about my apprentices? Maybe this will cure your curiosity. Oh, no, this is why I had people standing further away. Questions. How do you operate it? You know, he's sincerely, he's very unhelpful. Yeah, there is no answer here. Well, let's try this. Nothing you do to the glass seems to affect it. There's gotta be something about that, but I just don't know what. Alright, what's in here? Yawn tea and a troll. Okay.
Yes?
I will go for the troll.
Ready and willing.
Imoen will back me up.
Swords, not words.
Minsk will go for the Yawn tea and take Valgar with him. No, Jahira with him. I'll take Valgar.
What can I do?
And Eri will back up Minsk.
Oh, I'll show you a fight.
Oh, there's more than two of them.
A good hit.
That's not right.
Well, that stung, but we appear to have come through victorious.
What is it? This will not take long.
Alright, Imoen?
Right you are.
Whoa! I almost touched that. Ooh, those look like fun. Okay, gem to me. Bullet +4. Sunstone bullet +1. Let's see here. These are +3s. These are sunstones +1, so she already has a stack. Put these there. Put those there. Put those there. Pass these over. Okay, gold, Charzem, and arrows. Okay, arrow of biting, nice. Into the case you go. Gem goes to me. Those go in there. Huh. Oh. Oh my. Guys?
Speak, if it must be done.
Like, these are some sort of pedestals?
So be it. I am your
It's a lot of trolls. That's a lot of trolls.
You will fall by my hand.
Madlib MacGuffin. If it must be done.
Hello, good evening, Madlib. Welcome back to the stream.
I'll show you a fight.
good hit.
Got you good. Be hurt. You will fall by my hand.
Okay, Valgar.
A good hit.
Yeah, Valgar's our main anti-troll person right now. Is sufficiently murdering everything? Yes, I believe I am sufficiently murdering everything. But there's a whole puzzle going on here, and I haven't quite figured out what the puzzle is. And without knowing what the puzzle is, it's very difficult to figure out how to unlock it. Or solve it, or however you want to put it. Okay, those are bullets +2. Send them over. Those are bullet +1. I have no use for them. They go to the ground. But yeah, there is a puzzle here. I just don't know what the puzzle is
Now I
yet.
remember why traveling
What
with
is
you
it?
was always so much fun.
Was I've got this guy in the machine. So far, I have come into this room, and there's 3 pedestals here, or at least it looks like pedestals.
Certainly.
Magic golem. Are these the ones I warned myself about? Oh, Minsk has leveled. Level up, it's time to level up. Okay, let's see here. 1 greater whirlwind, please. Yes, thank you. Someday I'll actually remember to use them. Okay, who was carrying the appendix? I think it was Chihira. Yes. Okay, let's see. Dense puddings, fire trolls, fission slime, magic golems. This rare type of golem is formed from pure magical energy and is completely immune to spellcraft as well as enchanted weapons. Okay, so we need the weapons without enchantment in order to fight these. Those are the ones that I remembered. But that also means that as a party...
Speak,
We need to retreat
I'm listening.
and close the door. I don't believe the monsters can open the doors themselves, so this should buy me
Mad
enough
Lib MacGuffin.
time.
I am listening.
Okay, so in here we have a stash of weapons that are not enchanted. So let's grab bastard sword, long sword, the scimitar. Sure, the wakizashi, the ninjato. I'm running out of space. Okay, bastard sword here. Minsk, you take that. I will use the long sword. Minsk, you use the bastard sword, please. Blast it. Wrong button. Katana. Katana. Scimitar. Which one of these is more... Well, you take that. Alright, Madlib. Basically, the magic golems in the room that I just opened there, they can only be hurt by non-enchanted weapons. So I'm just trying to get everybody over to non-enchanted weapons right now. Which is a bit of a trick. Oh, here's a spear. That's good. Some non-plus arrows. I don't have any non-plus bullets. Oh, I'm gonna have to... I am going to have to keep Aerie out of this fight. Aerie is going to be just a bit useless. Good to know. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, Jaheira, please take this spear. Use that. Imoen, take these arrows, which are not going to be very useful because I don't think I have a plain short bow around anywhere, but Minsk, what have you got in your bag? Have you got something regular in the bag? Bow. I don't think I kept anything ordinary. I don't think I did not keep anything ordinary. Oh, this is terrible. Alright, well, Imoen may or may not be useful for this one. Aerie is not going to be able to do anything at all. The rest of us are using non-plus weapons. So...
Without doubt.
Okay, Aerie,
A lot more exciting. Faster than
I would
you
like
can
you
get
to
that
lurk over in this corner, please.
What is it? Quickly and precisely.
The rest of us are going to go do our thing. Okay. You know what? Let's just pile on.
Gotta try something else.
You
Go
will
for
fall
the
by my
eyes,
hand.
fool. Go for the eyes!
You
Yeah!
asked for it.
Oh, hey, it worked. And there's some sort of bubbling pool in here.
Yep. No problem at all.
Blue oil. Okay.
Speak.
I have a part of a thought.
Yes?
Okay, let's put people back onto their appropriate weapons. I will do that. You will do that. You only used one arrow, girl? You will switch back over to this. You will take that back. Pretty sure I had you using the staff. I'm pretty sure I had you using the staff. And this goes in here. Like that. Okay.
What is it?
This will not take long.
We are prepared. I found some blue oil. There is a blue spot here. This might be... I might have an idea. But that depends on whether or not I find more oil over here. More pedestals. And an Orog.
Glory will be ours today. Such a mess.
Okay. Hmm. Put those in the jewel pouch.
What do you want? You can count on me.
You must watch your every move in a place such as this. Dark, foul magic is drawn to these pits like flies.
Okay. Potions. Potions are useful. You take those, add them to your pile. And these. Give Jahira some of them. And then pass these over to Aerie to add to her pile. Are there monsters at this end too? Oh, there's something. Killer Mimic. Guys!
I'm pleased that you came across me when you
Speak.
did.
If it must be done.
Since when can mimics spit fire exactly?
Great fun! Right?
Oh, there's a bunch of mimics.
I broke my bow to be heard. I'll hurt you if I have to.
There we go. So more pedestals in here. Man.
This way then?
Gold, gold, gem. Arrow and bullet. +3 arrows. +3 bullets. Potion. Spear of Chaos and a... Okay, potions over here. Oh, wait. Potions here. Learn the magic. Wand over here. Gold, gold, crossbow bolt.
Yes? It will be done.
What do we have here? Shadow. Interesting.
Feel the backhand.
Gotcha good.
Feel the backhand of... Whoa! It's like playing Overwatch all over again.
I've
Well,
been
it-
having some nightmares. Really strange ones. Like sailing on rivers of blood. So real. You used to dream a lot. Right before Gorion died. Was it like that?
I'm gonna hope no, but also this is an odd time to bring that up, dear. Yes, it was. Worse sometimes. No, you're imagining things, Imoen. Don't worry, Imoen. It'll be okay. I don't want to talk about it. Or buck up and deal with it, Imoen. You know... Let's go with the first one. Yeah, that happened. Worse? Then I don't know how much longer I can go on like this. The images, they keep coming to my mind when I sleep, no matter how hard I try to block them out. And I've started to develop powers. Powers that reach down into the land taint within me and have nothing to do with my magic. What sort of powers? Minor spells, like what you developed after you left Candlekeep. Healing, curing poison, things like that. But that means I'm following the same path as you. That means that things could get worse. It means I could become the Slayer. Being the Slayer isn't that bad. Everything will be alright, Imoen. Quit your whining. I'm sure it won't come to that. Or, let's just see how it goes. We can help each other. I'm not sure what's most in character here, so I'm gonna go with what my personal impulse is. Let's just see how it goes. We can help each other, Imoen. I hope you're right. The more I discover about this taint, the more I don't want it. I don't know how you ever dealt with it. Mostly by ignoring it, but, well, see where that got us. Okay,
What is it? Certainly.
what the heck is... I don't like it. I do not like it at all. This torch is not lit. If you had some oil and a flint and tinder, you could ignite it. What do you wish to do? Leave it for now. I have a bottle of oil.
Ready and willing.
Okay, can you unlock this door? The mechanism that operates this does not have a conventional lock and may be warded against simple spells. Great, great.
Speak. Without doubt.
Does that have a label? It does not have a label. Okay, and this room didn't have an extra door in it at all. I wonder, if I keep going back to that pool, will I keep getting blue oil? Imoen,
Something up?
be a dear and come interact
go?
with this pool again. No, it only had the one thing of oil. And I checked those. And there is no other door here. Okay, so... Wait a minute. Blue, purple, red. Red, red, blue. Ah. But where do I get a second bottle of blue oil? Alright, well, let's save. Not any of those. Ah, yes, there we are. My unwanted throne.
Quickly and precisely.
I think we're gonna have to check out the Illithid camp, and I am very unhappy about that. Oh, I hate mind flayers. They're so annoying. Give me blue oil, or give me your death. Okay. My flayer down. Whatever those thingies are down.
My blades take the life she gave!
Okay. Imoen.
Red as rain.
More wandage. And an Illithid rod? Minsk, grab these, would you?
What is it? Without hesitation.
Okay, let's take a moment
Has his day.
so that Minsk can shove this stuff into his bag. We're gonna keep the Illithid rod out for now, just in case I need it for something. Anything.
This will not take long.
Oh, there's an Umber Hulk just right here. Okay. More flair. These are some really weird shaped tables, I gotta say.
Yep. Right you are.
Necklace, necklace, healing potion, handwritten note. Brief note is written in wild, looping, haphazard script. The words seem to be nonsensical babblings. Quick and nimble, quick blue square, nimble and short. Well, more babblings from Lum. Oh, wait a minute. That that is the machine of Lum the Mad. I've been finding notes from variations of Lum or LTM or L the M.
Now I remember why traveling with you was always so much fun.
Okay, so I'm just gonna... Oh, I didn't pause. I didn't pause. All right. Quick and nimble. Oh, come on, pen. I can see how much ink you still have in you. You are not running out of ink. Come on. All right, quick and nimble. Quick blue square. Nimble and short. Long dash. Lum the Mad. Okay, so I've been finding notes from this Lum the Mad guy all the way through. So there is definitely instructions embedded in these. I just need to figure out what they are. Blue square seems to be come up frequently. But yeah, blue square. Well, she tripped a trap there. Okay, those go to Jahira. What is this? +3s? Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
Yes?
There has got to be a rhyme and a reason.
What you want? All right, all right. What is it?
Okay, so the machine of Lum the Mad. Many notes from Lum the Mad. Hi, apprentice. No, no more. Have mercy. I will never tell you. Please, just let me die. I am not here to hurt you. I'm here to help. Never tell me what. What are you talking about? Or, I want answers. Now! I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help. I told you, fiends, Karsten deserves to stay in that glass forever. I will never let him escape. Uh-huh. How do you know Karsten? Spill your guts about Karsten or I'll spill 'em for you. Or don't speak. I can help you if you just lie still. It's the first one or the last one to get what I want. I can help you if you just lie still. You are not one of those monsters. You cannot help me. Just let me die in peace, I beg you. Please, just a few questions. Or if you want peace, then you better give me some answers. Just a few questions. My wounds run deep. My time is almost done, but I shall answer your questions if I am able. How do you know Karsten? How did you end up in this place? Why did those illithids torture you? Is there some way to get through that glass case around Karsten? How did you end up in this place? Karsten was my master. He brought me and his other apprentices to this horrid place many years ago, seeking long-forbidden knowledge buried within the depths of this dungeon. He led us through the traps and guardians of the upper levels of the dungeon. When we came across the machine of Lum the Mad, he knew it was the only way to open the gate to the lower dungeon. I knew the machine was the key to getting out of here. Or, I don't really have time for this, I'll help you out later. I knew that machine was the key. Karsten was foolish enough to think he could master the machine. He studied the controls, then flipped a switch, and was instantly encased in that magic shell of glass. Before we apprentices could come to his aid, that idiot Karsten flipped another switch. Instantly, we were surrounded by a horde of ravaging demons from another plane. Few things are as dangerous as a wizard's pride. Ha! The joke was on you then, wasn't it? Demons. I hate demons. And yet, somehow you survived. Or, enough yapping. I'm just going to kill you now. I hate demons. We might have survived if that fool Karsten had let us work our spells, but he panicked and began flipping switches at random. Between the fireballs, lightning, and monsters he unleashed, it is a miracle I escaped with my life. My companions were not so lucky, torn limb from limb by demons or burnt into ash by the magic of that infernal machine. Yet Karsten was unharmed, completely protected inside his glass bubble. What a gruesome fate. It's madmen like Karsten that gives all us magic users a bad name. Yeah, and people like Valgar's relatives. Just another wizard lusting after power and not caring who gets killed in the process. I've seen this far too often to be surprised anymore, but it still disgusts me. But even though Karsten survived, he was trapped inside his prison, helpless to escape despite seeing the... No, I will not speak of that. I could have released him, but instead I left him there to rot. A fitting fate, but how did you end up here? Tell me how to get through that glass case of Karsten's, and I will avenge you. What do you know about the creatures on this level? Oh, look at the time! I should really be going now. Fitting fate? Tell me how to get... Tell me how to get through the glass case, and I will avenge you. No, I will not tell you that. He deserves to stay there forever. Ask of me something else if you wish, but not that. Never that. Tell me about the creatures that captured you. Save your strength, don't speak. I would help if I could. Since you won't talk, I should just kill you. Save your strength. I know about illithids already. I am beyond your power to either help or harm. The tortures of the illithids cannot be undone. I embrace the darkness. Okay.
You came across me when you did. This group does good things.
Escaping Karsten's level. Much as I suspected, the key to getting off of this level is the machine of Lum the Mad. I assume that by manipulating the levers, dials, and buttons, I can figure out a way to activate the gate to the next level. But before I can experiment with the infernal machine, I'll have to get through that glass bubble of Karsten's. Okay. Actually, quick and nimble, quick blue square, nimble and short. The beautiful people are short, red, and green. No magic, long blue green, back magic back. Word to the wise, circle, square, triangle. Shh, calm before storm, medium green triangle gets storm in hand. Tough guy, long red circle is tough guy now. Short medium square makes big muscles. Okay, none of these make sense, darn it. Okay, Garnet, Wand, more Potion of Superior Healing. Potions go over to Jaheira. The jewel goes to me. Wand of Magic Missiles. You know, hang on to that. That sounds fun.
Speak. It will be done.
Okay, that's a dead end. Do these have anything in them? They don't appear to. Okay, let's try this corridor.
Ready and willing.
Alright, Imoen.
You can count on me.
Magical lock will only open for a specific key. No amount of tinkering will help. The Illithid
Yes?
staff thing is not the
Certainly.
key, I guess. Oh goody, multiple.
What is it?
Alright, I'm gonna go for this one.
Something up?
Imoen will back me up.
Armored, sharpened,
Minsk,
and
go
raring
for
to
that
go.
one.
I am ready.
Take Jaheira with you.
I'll aid you if I can.
Balgar, come with me. Ari, that one.
I'll hurt you by my hand.
Oh, and there's a third one. Great.
That's not right.
Time to move?
Okay, Imoen. Okay, detrap that. You lock the two halves of the rod together. The Illithid rod can now be used to open one of the doors in the area. Ha-ha! Let's see here. Bullet, bullet, arrow. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Bullet plus 4. Bullet plus 3. Arrow plus 3.
Speak.
Okay, was there anything other than... Okay.
Without doubt.
There's some sort of trap we keep stepping on that Imoen is not seeing. Okay, a little quick save here. Huh. Interesting. Locked.
Yep. Gotcha.
Not a conventional lock, may be warded against simple spells. Same there. Red oil to go with the blue oil. Whoa. Well, ain't that a kick in the teeth?
Yes?
Vampiric!
What you want?
Imoen, I think you should step over here.
What is it?
Feel the backhand of justice.
Quickly and Precisely.
That was odd.
Name it. Right you are.
Speak. Without hesitation.
Okay, so nothing else in this room, just vampiric mind flayers for some reason. Okay, that's the whole place. So I have one vial of red oil and one vial of blue oil. I have red spots, I have blue spots, and I have a purple spot.
This will not take long.
Okay, let's take a moment. Imoen?
All right, all right.
Okay, so here we have blue, purple, red.
Yes?
I'm using Imoen because she's got the speed
Direct me
boots.
as you will.
And over here we have red, red, purple. So I think
Something up? Right as rain.
I have a tinder box. I have the oil. I'm missing the tinder? Um... Hmm... Well, this is... What on earth would I use as tinder? I don't understand. I have oil and I have a tinder box. Do I have to equip the oil? Nope, doesn't go there. With the proper tinder to ignite it, this fuel will make torches burn with a striking blue flame. With the proper... Okay, so we need the tinder. Where is the tinder?
What is it?
Somewhere along the
It
line,
must
I
be
have
done.
missed the tinder somewhere. Empty. Bolt. Empty. Empty. Somewhere in one of these boxes, I have most likely missed it. Insight, bolt, Elminster Ecologies, 2 more bolts. Maybe it was in this box and I missed it because of all the everything. Nope, nope. No. Where does a lady get tinder around here? I need to swipe on some direction. Very soon. If not immediately. I haven't actually used Tinder because it came out after I got into my relationship with my partner, but I need to swipe in some direction that is negatory on Karsten. Okay, I did not go through these. I definitely did not go through these. Okay, arrows of ice. Don't mind if I do.
Time to move? No problem at all.
Okay, another wand of magic missile with not as much on it as the other one. Here, Ari, you have this for a while. And these. Gem, bolt, but not tinder.
Yes? Certainly.
Is it because Imoen is not carrying any sort of paper? Would paper do? Like, what if we gave Imoen the warden's note?
What is it? Without doubt.
Or there could be another hallway I hadn't actually noticed, because I'm very smart, you see. What is this? Gith. Oh joy. Oh great. Oh marvelous. I am thrilled. No, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit game. I'm gonna save my unwanted throne.
Quickly and precisely.
We're gonna go visit the Gith, who apparently are hostile. Great.
Yes?
Anti-paladin. Great.
Yep.
Marvelous. Knight. Warrior.
Who says what?
It is about time.
You two fight the knight.
What is it?
You two
need
take the
something?
warrior.
Foul creature has been here! That is good.
There we go. Chunky gith bits.
No, I can't carry anymore. Oh, I'm sorry,
What
I
is
dropped
it?
something.
Oh, I see. Okay. How to address this problem? I don't know how to address this problem, actually. This problem is just going to continue being a problem for some time, I think. Interesting sword. Minsk, you grab that. Imoen, you take this. Who is still short on healing potions? 24. Ah, Jahira. Okay, Jahira, you take these. Imoen, add that to your pile of invisibility potions, please. I'm going to hand this back to Valgar for now.
What you want? You can count on me.
Adventurer's robe. Not interested. To the floor with you. Give me the ring. We're gonna set this aside in the most literal sense. Unlock that. Oh, everybody got thoroughly zapped by that one. Gem, potion, dart, dart. Still not Tinder, though.
Speak. Name it. This way, then?
Flint and Tinder. Yes. Is there anything else? Oh, there are doors. Let's see what else
Yes?
is down here.
Without hesitation.
We'll be fine. We only got a little zapped. Goodbye, warrior.
Glory will be ours today.
A gish gif?
Ready and willing. Gotcha.
Okay. +3 bullets.
No, I can't carry anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, I dropped something.
Okay, let's do like this. Yeah, sure, that'll be... That'll be fun.
Sorry, but I couldn't hold that last item. It's on the ground.
Minsk, do you have a... Yeah, Minsk has a full stack. Valgar has a full stack. Aerie is using the other potions. Jahira is full. Imoen, add those to your pile. Okay, where was I? Oh, inventory is such an issue at this point. Let's hand this and this to Minsk. Who can shove them into the bag of holding along with everything else. Oh man, I'm still carrying this around? There's a lot of stuff that I should have left behind. Okay. You know what? We are going to have Minsk carry the extra wands as well. And I'm gonna hope to remember that he has them. Into the bag with them all of them go. Okay, so that should hopefully that should be that's a bit of space. That's a bit of bolt, wand, gem. Speaking of places I need space. Okay, Minsk, hold on to that. And that. And this. And this. Okay, gem goes over here to me. And another note from Lum. Smarty, smarty, you long circle the blue. Okay, I'll write that down. Smarty, smarty, you long circle the blue. Lum the Mad. Copy. Toss that on the floor.
What is it? This will not take long.
Okay, Gish. Gish the dish. There's a lot of them.
My blade will cut you down to size.
Fun, fun. That's a lot of darts. Also a lot of invisibility potions. I have many concerns. Okay, you get invisibility potions to add to your stash. Fill your pile. Pass it to Minsk, whose pile is full, so he'll pass it to Chihira, whose pile is full, so she'll pass it to Valgar, whose pile is full.
Speak. If it must be done.
Why is there a big dragon skull in here? Hello, what's going on? Captain.
Great fun! Right?
Githyanki, arm! Invaders to lair! Not illithids, but agents? Or seek you gold beyond the double doors, the horde of the ancient? Illithids? What are you talking about? Yes, I am a representative from the illithids come to negotiate a peace. I am no one's agent, and I seek no horde. I wish to speak to you about the madman in the other room. The illithids are dead. I have killed them all. The ancient? Who's that? Or gold? Horde? Time to loot, kill, and plunder. They're dead. I killed them all. A debt to you. We repay with you your lives. Surrender and live to serve Githyanki. Are you saying my reward for killing the illithids is to surrender myself into a life of slavery? No parley, blades for tongues, all answers found in death. Githyanki, attack! Oh, you're a little late, dude. You're a lot late, actually. Goodbye. What do we have here? Diary of Karsten's Apprentice. Oh yes, please. Okay, send this over towards Minsk. Have Valgar hold on to those. Stuff all this things into the bag. Interesting. Well, first things first, let's give this a read. This looks to be the sole surviving piece of a torn diary. I curse Karsten daily for trapping me in this infernal place. My only solace comes from the knowledge that my old master is powerless to escape his own glass cage. I have hidden the crystal mallet to ensure no one will ever be able to use it 6 times to shatter the bell jar and release Karsten. May he rot forever. Oh, I see, I see. Use crystal mallet 6 times to shatter Karsten's shell. Also, hello Fuzzy Boots, welcome back to the stream. Inventory management is the worst in these games if you pick up a lot of loot. That's it's not an if with me. But yes, now I just need to find the crystal mallet and make sense of all of Lum's mad ravings. That would also be handy. It would also be very handy indeed. Imoen?
Good to go.
I want you to pick some stuff out of the dragon's teeth, please. Jade ring and some sort of necklace? Montolio's clasp. This clasp belongs to the cloak of Montolio de Bruchy, the blind teacher of the famous drow ranger Dritz de Urden. It hums with the powerful enchantments locked within. fascinating. I should take that back to my imp. And that goes in there. And Imoen, ooh, purple oil. I don't have to mix oils. Even better.
Yes? It will be done.
Aerie,
Yes?
come over here. Move your butt.
What is it? Direct me as you will.
Okay, anything else interesting in this room? Okay, so there's 2 doors. And the oil, of course. Well, I know, I'm going around in circles. I'm going around in circles and it's amazing. What is this? It's a staircase. Okay. Guys, what are you doing? Why is everybody stacked on top of each other like that?
Speak, certainly.
Time to move, right? You are.
You point where Minsk goes. Evil
your mind, it
stands
is done.
aside.
Why did everybody end up on the same spot?
In Bearvan's name, it shall be done.
Why is that a thing that just happened there? Okay, let's try this again, folks.
Without doubt.
What's through this door? Yet more stairs. Okay.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Yep. All right, all right.
Swords! No, jump on my sword while you can, Evil.
You just
I
said I
won't
am
be as
evil.
gentle.
Okay, now that we've gotten everybody loose from each other, let's go downstairs.
Precisely.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I really hope this isn't fighting that dragon that I don't want to fight. Which, generally speaking, is all of them. Huh.
Greetings, puny one. I am Saladrax. I assumed the disturbance I heard earlier was another attack by the Mind Flayers, but I see now that you must have been the cause. It is nice to see a new mouse stumble into my lair.
What's a dragon doing inside this dungeon? I am no mouse worm. I have killed your Githyanki followers. Now I shall kill you. Puny one. Mouse. I am Foxwine, a hero of great renown. Try to be civil, or I shall have to teach you some manners. Or are you the imprisoned one? You know what? Let's go with the first one. What's a dragon doing in my dungeon?
My story is truly a grand tale. Of course, every story about me is going to be grand, simply by virtue of the main character.
Average dragon, I see. That goes without saying, O mighty Saladrax. Please continue. Oh, for the love of Paul, give me a break. Or boring. Let's cut to the chase. Time to die! That goes without saying, O mighty Saladrax. Please continue. Like most of the unfortunate creatures on this level, I was summoned by the mad magician in the glass cage. However, unlike most of the others, I have no real desire to escape this place. Why not? Too scared to face the real world? Why choose to keep the grace and beauty of your form hidden from the world, Saladrax? Or maybe you just need the release of death. Slay the dragon and show it to the boss. Well, I don't know that I actually have a reason to want to slay this dragon. I'm wondering if he'll just, give me things if I pet his ego hard enough. Why choose to hide the marvelous self of you from the world? I have only been here a few years, an insignificant time for a dragon, but I choose to remain for a number of reasons. For one, I find the antics of Karsten and the other lesser creatures on this level amusing. Plus, I have been able to acquire a fair hoard of treasure from the endless supply of beings Karsten conjures up with that machine, and usually I have little to fear from thieves and looters in here. I assure you I have no intention of stealing any of your treasure, Great Saladrex. I don't like the implication in that look you give me when you mentioned thieves. Or sounds like you've gone soft. Time to take that precious treasure your garden. There's a dragon in the first, but I snuck past it, couldn't kill it. A blue dragon. I believe I killed an ice dragon of some sort, I believe. The black dragon I talked with, but I declined to fight at that time, and I haven't seen him since and never want to see him again. I think this is dragon number 4, if you count the ghost dragon. Oh no, wait, 5. There was the ghost dragon, who I assisted, and there was also the dragon in the Underdark, who I also assisted. So I have killed no dragon. Well, I've killed one dragon. I have killed one dragon, and the other 3 I chose not to fight for various reasons. I have no intention of stealing your treasure, Great Saladrex. I have plenty of my own. Perhaps I am paranoid, Foxwine. The machine of Lum the Mad has had some small effect on all the creatures trapped in here. We sometimes behave irrationally. So you're saying you've got a few scales loose in the old head hide. It shows. They say there's a fine line between madness and genius, Great Saladrex. Or a crazy dragon sounds like a fun battle. Have at you, Saladrex the Unhinged! They say there's a fine line between madness and genius. Too true, I'm afraid, but I grow weary of this conversation now. Perhaps you could return another time? Very well, I will retreat and return again later to bask in the glory of Saladrex. Please, wise Saladrex, may I ask you some questions? Hold on, sulphur breath. I sat through your chatter, now I need some questions answered. Or sorry, Saladrex, I'm busy later. Guess I'll just have to kill you now. May I ask you some questions, oh wise Saladrex? Very well, ask your questions, and I will share my knowledge with you. Do you know how to get down to the next level of the dungeon? Can you tell me anything about the imprisoned one? Do you know how to get through the glass cage that protects Karsten? What can you tell me about using the machine of Lum the Mad? What can you tell me about the Githyanki and the Illithids? Where did Karsten come from? Do you know how to get past the vault doors in the room with the torches? Or is it true dragon meat tastes like chicken? Never mind, I'll find out for myself. I don't want to know what dragon meat tastes like. Can you tell me anything about the imprisoned one? I know nothing of this imprisoned one. That is a concern for lesser creatures such as yourself. Is that all, Foxwine? Yes, that's all for now. I will leave you for the time being. Or if I may, I would like to ask another question. I'd like to ask another. Very well. Let's see. What can you tell me about using the machine of Lum the Mad? I cannot tell you much about the devious contraption, but I do know this. There are notes scattered about this level that may give you the combinations to the machine. Seek them out. My thanks. I'd like to ask another question, if I may. Do you know how to get past the vault door? I know a little of this matter. The torches must be fueled by the oils found in the colored vats. I suspect there's a specific pattern which must be followed, but I cannot say for sure. You know, that's everything that I think I would need to know from you. Yes, that's all for now. I will leave you for the time being. Perhaps when you return, I will be in a more talkative mood, and we can resume our conversation. Well, I'm sure you'll be very talkative indeed, as long as we're talking about you. What all is... Looks like a staircase, but isn't a staircase. Also looks like a staircase, but isn't a staircase. Bye-bye, mighty Solidrex. I really hope you don't have the crystal hammer. That would make me unhappy. Okay, I need the crystal hammer. Chances are it's in the vault, but it's possible that it's...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
This will not take
Okay,
long.
that was the one staircase. Let's try the other one. What the heck? Why is there a demi-lich? Dagger, moonstone, angel skin ring. 20,000 gold. Thank you, Mr. Demi-Lich. Take that. The gem bag is full. Oh no. Oh no. Only thing to do is to start putting gems in the bag of holding, I think. Why can I see that stuff on the ground, but the others can't?
Speak, if it must be done.
That's so weird.
What do you want?
Imoen, you have leveled. Oh boy, can't summon Dark Planetar? Why not? Why can't I can summon a Planetar, why can't I summon a Dark Planetar? That doesn't make any sense. Well, what about Comet, then? More powerful and specialized version of Meteor Swarm. A huge meteor or comet strikes the Earth, damaging all enemies in its path, and sending out a powerful shockwave that knocks away all foes in the area of effect. Those knocked down must save versus paralysis or be stunned for 3 rounds. The comet itself does 10d10 fire damage with no save. This spell will not harm party members. Come to Foxwine. Alright.
No problem.
And... oh, for some reason I was seeing inside the box. That's so weird.
Yes,
Okay, anything...
it will be done.
20,000 gold. That's why I kept my mage as a support role mostly in the first, because so many of the spells are AoE. Yeah, that's why neither of my casters remember Fireball. Where is my... there it is.
What is it? Certainly.
Well, that's way better than going for the Dragon's Horde.
Without doubt.
Okay, so... I have 3 oils. I have tinder. And hopefully the crystal mallet is in the vault that I can now hopefully unlock. But first, there are giths to be dealt with. So many giths. Good aligned. The dark planetar sounds like oh, that could be it. Although Imoen's alignment might be drifting given the whole evil father bad dreams thing. Let's just step over here.
Name it. You can count on me.
More +3 arrows. Yes, thank you. So many invisibility potions. This is not a complaint, it's just I haven't had much opportunity to really need to use them. So it's just kinda... More money? I love more money.
Yes?
Who needs to kill a dragon?
Quickly and precisely.
I've got a bigger horde than the dragon now, and I have no idea how we're all carrying it. Okay, well, that seems to be everything offered here. Unless we want to go, you know, molest a dragon, which I don't really want to do.
Without hesitation.
Hey, madman, I know what happened to your apprentices now, and you are a jerk. Okay. Come on, stragglers. Alright,
Ready,
Imoen.
Just like old times. Well, except for the torch.
This torch is not lit. If you have oil and flint and a tinder, you could ignite it. Okay, so... light the torch with red, blue, purple, or leave it alone. Okay, I want to light this with the blue. Okay, that's the blue torch. Then come down here. This one is purple. And this one is red. This one is purple. This one is red. And this one is also red. The torches have been lit correctly and the door opens with a boom.
What is it?
Yes!
This will
The
not
pedestals were the key. And hopefully the crystal hammer is in here. What are you? Garrock. Garrock and Rock. Okay.
Speak.
I'm gonna go for this one.
something up.
Imoen's gonna back me up.
Minsk and booze
Minsk
and
will go for this one, and Valgar will go along with him. Jahira will back me up. And Aerie will go for that. Okay, everybody, go. Ha, brother, fools have come for our treasure. I'm sorry for talking at the same time as Aerie. Ha, brother, fools have come for our treasure. I shall split their bones and drink my mead from their skulls. No, no you won't. Well, I am fighting the wrong target.
What is it?
Every hamster has his day.
Yeah, and Minsk, you should definitely have a potion.
Speak. You will fall by my hand.
I kind of want that one that's injured. Oh wait, that's the one.
The
Okay.
eyes move. Go for the eyes! Yeah!
All right, what do we got here? Battle axe, battle axe, battle axe.
Armor
Minsk.
sharpened and raring to go.
Yes.
Jahira, you take those.
Who says what?
I say put those in the bag of holding.
Yes.
Okay.
If it must be done.
Oh, Imoen.
Time to move?
I believe in you, Imoen. What do we have here? The crystal mallet. And some bullets. And some arrows. +3 bullets for Aerie. +3 arrows for Imoen. Gold, gold, gold. Silver ring. Oh, a page for the book. And a protection scroll of some sort. Eh. Okay, you take that. I'll take this. You just hang on to that for now.
What is it?
All
Will
right.
be done.
Anything else interesting around here? It seems like an awfully big room for what a tight combat we just had. Admittedly, I don't think any of the combats are supposed to be quite as tight as I play them. Okay. Oh, Karsten. We are going to get you out of here, whether you want to or not.
Speak. Certainly.
Karsten gives you a worried look as you approach the protective glass surrounding him. How many times will you strike the glass with the mallet? Whoa! Okay, so this whole thing is just counting up to 10 or not strike the glass at all. I'm not going to bother to do the whole count. We already know it's 6. You strike the glass 6 times, then wait expectantly. The magical cage begins to vibrate, giving off a high-pitched hum. A second later, it dissolves into nothing more than dust. Hi, Karsten.
Spare me, please! I beg you, don't hurt me! I never meant any harm. It was all the machine's fault, I tell you! I'm just a poor old man who got stuck inside a glass cage!
Karsten, you're a worm. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in. Yeah, we've hammered Karsten all right. Not so magnificent now, are you? Get out of my sight, you sniveling worm. The more you whimper and whine, the more I'm going to enjoy gutting you. I won't kill you, Karsten, even though you deserve to die for what you've done, but I'm a better person than you'll ever be. Or tell me how to use the machine of love mad, and I will let you live. Now here's the thing. I have all of Lum's notes. I have all of them. I just don't know. So it's either the last one, I'll let you live if you tell me how to use the machine, or I won't kill you because I'm a better person than you, damn it. And I'm not sure which one is quite the right one. Tell me how to use the machine and I'll let you live. All I knew was how to summon monsters and shoot off fireballs or lightning bolts. I was too afraid to try anything else. It's the truth, I swear. Then you are of no use to me. Time to die, Karsten. Or if you cannot help me, then just get out of my sight, you crybaby. Get out of my sight. Thank you, kind ma'am. You are truly noble for sparing my wretched life. Take my journal. It may help you discover the secrets to this infernal machine. Run, little man, run. Okay. When did I get this? Minsk, take this dagger thing, please. Thank you. Karsten's journal. A series of meandering writings and semi-intelligent comments written by Karsten while he was trapped in the machine. In one section, he describes the controls. I would so like to escape. It gets ever so stuffy, and I miss Mumsy ever so much. There's a deactivated portal, and I know the machine will open it, but I'm frightened to try. If my research is correct, pushing the triangular button, turning the red wheel, and pulling the medium lever will activate the portal, but it will not free me from this wretched glass case. Okay. Push triangular button. Turn red wheel. Pull medium lever. Quick and nimble, quick blue square, nimble and short. So that's for speed, maybe? Circle, square, triangle, words to the wise. Oh, I think I understand. I think I understand. Hold on a moment. To the journal! Smarty, smarty, you long circle the blue. That's for int. That's an int thing. Quick and nimble, quick blue square, nimble and short. I'm guessing Dex is that one. Beautiful people, short, red, green. That's for charisma. No magic, long blue green, back magic back. I'm guessing strength? No. No, that's something else. I'm not sure what that is. Wise, circle, square, triangle for wisdom. Calm before storm. Medium green triangle gets storm in hand. Tough guy. Okay, that's tough guy must be con. And short, medium, square makes big muscles. That's strength. But then what? No magic. So I think that these are ways to get buffs, but I'm not sure exactly. There's a couple that don't make sense. But yeah, let me just make start a note here. Okay, strength, con, dex, wisdom. I know this isn't the usual order. Int and charisma. Okay. Short, med, square. Okay, that is strength. The tough guy must be con. Long, red circle. Not sure about the calm before the storm. Word to the wise, that's wisdom. Circle, square, triangle. Not sure about the no magic. Beautiful people. That's charisma. That is short, red, green. Quick and nimble has to be dex. Now this one I'm not sure. Definitely blue, square, short, I think. And int is long, circle, blue. And then the ones I'm not sure about. No magic is long, blue, green. And then storm in hand. Medium, green, triangle. Okay, so triangle, red, medium is how to activate the portal, but then we have these other interesting things. I think I understand what's going on here. It's like he thought he was talking to a red dragon there. I mean, maybe. The machine of Lum the Mad appears securely fastened to the floor. The bizarre contraption has a number of levers, dials, switches, and buttons protruding from all sides. The machine hums with power, almost daring you to use it. You feel it would be wise to restrict your experiments to the controls on the main operating panel, and even then, randomly flipping switches will likely result in disaster. The way Karsten was trying to flatter you while he was escaping— Oh, I see. Well, I mean, I'd rather flatter a dragon than fight it. It's the bard in me, you know? There are 3 buttons: circular, square, and triangular. There are also 3 dials: red, blue, and green. And there are 3 levers: a long one, a medium one, and a short one. What do you wish to do next? Well, my con has been taking a hit throughout this game. It's been a real problem, so if I can, I'd like to get the con. So, let's try long red circle. So, pull the long lever. Hesitantly, you reach out and try control. The machine clicks and whirs and trembles with building power. Despite the surging energy of the strange machine, nothing happens yet. Perhaps you need to push another control to get a reaction. Okay. And then turn the red dial. Hesitantly, you reach out and try a control. Okay, I'm not going to read this every time if it's the same. Okay, and then circle. Push the circular button. The machine screeches and belches forth a cloud of steam, and you brace yourself for the effect which is to come. A feeling of health and vitality washes over you. Foxwine gained 1 point of constitution. Hey! Okay. Well, I don't see any reason not to do shiny things like checking people's stats. Let's see. Imoen is a mage thief. Her dexterity is 19, her intelligence is 17. For some reason her strength is 25. What the heck? I'm not sure what I would put in for her. Let's... Oh, it's just a general thing. Everybody's strength is 25. Alright. Minsk has some very, I love that his charisma is greater than his wisdom. That's just the best. Decisions are really hard. Like, Valgar is actually in a really nice place. Good amount of hit points. Massive dex, dang. Aerie... You know, we could bring up her intelligence. Her spells are affected by intelligence, right? I don't know. But like, if I take Aerie,
A lot more exciting than any. All right.
and like, if we wanted to raise Aerie's intelligence, it would be the long lever, then the circle, then the blue. Tingling at the base of your brain, which quickly spreads throughout your entire skull. Aerie gained a point of intelligence. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You.
Gotcha.
So if I want Dex for our lovely Imoen here, that would be the blue. Then the square. Then the short lever. Your limbs feel quick and agile, and there's a new spring in your step. Imoen gained a point of dexterity. You know what? We're also going to give Imoen a point of con, because her hit points are awfully low. So that would be long, red, circle. You realize Thumb the Mad was aptly named, as his unpredictable machine unleashes an effect you were not expecting. A bolt of lightning harks through the air and strikes you flush in the chest. Oh, only 1 point for anybody. Okay. So, I did con, I did dex, I did int. Well, Jahira gets the wisdom then. Circle. Square. Triangle. You gain a sudden, deeper understanding of the mysteries of the world, as if a door has been opened within your mind. Jahira gained a point of wisdom. Okay, so now here's the question. Should Valagar get a point of charisma or a point of strength?
You must watch your every move in a place such as this.
What you want?
Foul magic is drawn to these pits like flies.
I'll do my best. Yes,
Okay, people who are no longer using the machine should move away from the machine.
As I would.
Name. Good to go.
Okay, alright, so Minsk, 25 strength, 9 charisma. Valgar, 25 strength, 10 charisma. This is so difficult. What do I have them using? Minsk is using a short sword? That's a short sword, and what are you? A scimitar. You are using a short sword and the wyvern's tail, which is a flail? Okay, so with the weapons that I currently have equipped, the point of strength would probably be better on Valgar because he's using a greater strength weapon than Minsk is. So I'm going to give the point of strength to Valgar.
Alright. Something unique. I bet that show you
Okay, so strength is the short lever. The medium lever. And the square. Feel a surge of energy through your body, causing your muscles to bulge with power. Valgar has gained a point of strength. Which means that Minsk gets the charisma, which is hilarious. But you know, that's what's happening. I love this for you. I love this for you, Minsk. Alright, charisma is the short lever. Then the red. Then the green. You suddenly feel sure of yourself, and you radiate a powerful confidence, a confidence others can see in you. Minsk has gained a point of charisma. I don't know about the no magic or the storm in hand. I am not going to fool around with them. I do not trust them.
What is it? Quickly and precisely.
Alright, everybody rearrange. We're glorious now. I'm going to save. And to go downstairs, we have machine, okay. The triangle. The red reel. And the medium lever. Machine screeches and belches forth a cloud of steam, and you brace yourself for the effect which is to come. You hear the crackle of energy and the pop of power from the formerly inactive magical gate in the northeast corner of the room. The way down to the next level is now open. We are victorious! I didn't just spend the entire stream figuring out the puzzles on this one level. No, I didn't do that at all. That is absolutely not what happened. No way. No. Yeah. There was the catting. That was not the catting up of the dragon. Chatting up. It wasn't chatting up the dragon either. I was flattering it so it wouldn't bite me in half. Yeah, this is definitely where the imprisoned one is to be dealt with. Buttering up of the dragon? Maybe slightly more accurate, but... But yeah, this seems...
Speak without hesitation.
Let's actually, let's do a quick promenade of the room. Let's see if there's anything in here. Huge ass door. Another portal. Another door. A dark corner for some reason. Yet another door. To the machine of Lum the Mad. Exit. Unlabeled. I don't know about this. The symbol of helm carved into the floor appears to be some manner of seal preventing exit or entry. There are 3 large pedestals with keyholes in them surrounding it. Okay, yeah, that's 1, 2, 3. But what's this?
What is it? This will not take long.
This wheel opens the final seal, but cannot be turned until all 3 keys are found and used to unlock the seal.
Den of stinking evil. Cover your nose, boo. We will leave no crevice untouched.
I mean, I would prefer if the imprisoned one remained imprisoned. if it's something that Helm could not defeat himself, and also something that Helm wanted locked up, I don't think I want to deal with it. But there's also, like, there's been implications the whole way through here that those Watcher people were lying in some way. I feel like this thing might not actually be the ritual to keep it in there. I don't know.
Speak.
You know, let's explore the doors.
If it must be done.
Oh. Hello, Ice Golem. Fancy meeting you here.
Next time.
That's a lot of golems. That is a lot of golems. Minsk, don't you dare die. Don't. Oh, Minsk
Yes?
came awfully close to death
It
there.
will be done.
I think maybe I should have given him the point of con and not myself. The heck is this thing? Too far away. Great.
Is it?
Great. That
Certainly.
sounds terrific. This altar bears inscriptions referring to the skull of a noble warrior, but you can find no skull nearby. If the altar is to be of use, you shall need to find the warrior's skull. Great! Yeah, that's just what I...
Speak. Without doubt.
No, we're not going to put Minsk's head on there. Not even if it's still attached. In fact, no party members' heads are being put on that altar, attached or not. Hellmite Ghost. Hail, brave lady. Rest assured, I know your mission. You seek the path to the imprisoned one. But beware, the path before you is difficult, the danger great. I am prepared for whatever lies ahead. Imprisoned one? What are you talking about? That sounds rather ominous. On guard, foul ghast! I will send you back to the pit from which you emerged. Or who are you, and what are you doing here? Whomst be thou? I am the keeper of the key, the one left behind. Duty compels me to remain, to stand guard over one of the keys to the final seal. Why do I get the feeling this ghost sense of duty is going to make things harder for us, Foxwine? You must be worthy in heart, spirit, and mind before the final seal will be unlocked. My solemn task is to test the perseverance, courage, and wisdom of your heart. How do I prove myself? I fear I may not yet be ready for the trials. I am ready for the challenge. Maybe I can prove my worth by destroying you! Or I have no need to prove myself to anyone, least of all a ghost. Had to butter up properly, or you were Yeah, okay. I'm so glad that I finally noticed your comment there, Green. Thanks so much. How do I prove myself? Behind me are 3 doors. I may not speak of the gauntlet of ordeals which lay beyond. Complete all 3 challenges and return to me here. Only then will your heart be proved worthy. I knew this was coming. Everybody's always giving us tests, challenges, and trials. You'd think someone would trust us just on reputation by now. Reputation lies, darling. Reputation always lies. Okay, so that's trials. What is this? What is this door up here? Oh, look, it's full of spiders. Mutated spiders.
Go for this.
handful mutated spiders. That stung. Oh. Oh. What?
Ready and willing. Right you are.
Empty. Interesting. Globe machine. Built into the floor is a strange machine with 4 large colored buttons. An inscription reads, "Those who serve must be worthy in mind, heart, and spirit. Only the worthy may unlock the final seal." A scroll lies beside the inscription. Okay. The scroll seems to have been written by a scholar who is researching the machine's purpose. You skim down to the conclusion. It would seem that the purpose of this machine is to dispense glass globes of 4 colors. The globes have 2 purposes. Firstly, some of the globes contain magical liquids which can be used as potions of varying degrees of power. Okay. Other globes have no practical use and are probably meant to be placed in the containers that match their color. The intelligent thing to do would be to get all of the globes that one can, and then place the ones that are of no use into the colored containers to obtain the prize. The globes that cannot be used are always the last ones dispensed. The problem is, every time a globe is dispensed, something nasty, the globe tails off. It appears to be splattered with old blood. In front of the machine are 4 colored containers which correspond to the colored buttons. 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, and 1 purple. What do you wish to do now? I think I'm gonna leave this alone just for the moment. You leave the machine for the time being, even though you suspect that the path to the next level is somehow connected to the strange colored containers. I don't know about next level. I don't know about next level at all. Red, purple, green, blue. I see, I see. We will mess around with this in a bit. I think I'm going to do the trials first. Or at least one of the trials. I only have about a half an hour left in the schedule, so let's go with this door. Oh no, everybody got stacked up on each other again. Yeah, they're stuck. They're stuck.
What is it? Without hesitation.
Something up? All right.
Minsk and stand
Let's
back.
just
For
get
justice.
everybody detached from each other. There we go.
Speak.
Y'all testing me. You're testing me even before we go to the
This
test.
will not take long.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Oh. What the? Orc, mage, orc, more orc.
I'll
Well,
aid you if I can.
Valgar,
Yes?
you and me, we're going after that mage.
Time to move?
Imowen, shoot at that one.
Every hamster has his day.
Minsk, that one.
Nature's servant awaits.
Jahira, that one.
You need something?
Aerie, that one. Everybody got your marching orders? Okay.
I'll hurt you if I have.
Oh, there's a lot more. There's a lot more. Well, at least the mage is down.
I don't like the looks of this.
Yep.
What is it?
I shall use
Okay, who's casting fireballs up in here?
Feel the backhand of justice.
What you want? No problem at all.
Glory will be ours today. I await your move.
Okay, this is getting on my nerves. There's a mage in here somewhere.
My blade by my death.
Oh, man. Imoen.
You can count on me.
Valgar, yes, Valgar.
Ready and willing. This way then.
Yes?
I won't let my friends be. Danger!
Put the eyes move. Go for the eyes. Yeah.
I'll hurt you if I have to.
There's another mage?
No, put something up. Gotcha.
Stamina is great, your perseverance admirable. You have survived the horde and completed this challenge. Well, Imoen is not surviving very well, but thank you. Oh, lordy, lordy. Who needs a dragon horde when you have a whole lot of orcs, I guess? Dang, they dropped a lot of money. In more ways than one. This is an impressive pile.
Armored, sharpened, and raring to go.
Oh boy. So much stuff. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. That's bad. That's very bad. Oh. Oh no. We filled the bag of holding, guys.
Time to move? Right as rain. Sorry, but I couldn't hold that last item. It's on the ground.
There's so much.
Sorry, but I couldn't hold that last item. on the ground.
Okay, don't need them. Don't need them. Minsk, hang on to this stuff, please. Learn. Learn. It's really a horrifying amount of stuff. We really need to find some place to sell stuff. We need to sell stuff so bad.
Yes?
Oh boy. Okay.
What is it?
Oh, wait.
Yep. Good to go.
Okay. Oh boy, we have the set. Yeehaw! Jorg, hello. Yes, progress has been made.
If it must be done.
And somehow we didn't die for said progress. Oh, there's another scroll here. Of course there is.
What do you want?
Why can't Imoen see it? There it is. Alright, what is this? Shocking Grasp. Oh, sounds like fun. Okay. Oh, there's definitely been progress, but I really need to sell some stuff, and I'm trying to figure out exactly how.
Direct me as you will. It will be done.
If I use the exit... which one was the exit? I don't know if this will work, so I'm gonna save, just in case I have to save scum. But yeah, I desperately need to sell some things. Actually. Let's do this sideways, backwards, and upside down.
Nature could find a home here for the
I did figure out the machine, Jorg, yes. It took me most of the stream, but it got worked out.
Shiny ones.
Yeah. Hi, Sespinar.
Sespinar gladly serves a great one. Sespinar makes good butler, yes? Would you like me to make you shiny ones? I have many recipes.
Oh, yes. Let's look through and see what I've found.
Ooh, needs must I look through, huh? Sword that burns. Have cream for that.
Thanks, Sespinar. You has Flaming Sword of Angervaldal. Needs liquid mercury and maybe 10,000 GP. If you gets all that, I has really good recipe. Liquid mercury, huh?
I keep looking. You should maybe clean pack more often. Bal had No manners, he.
Thanks. I would love to hear more terrible things about my father. Yes. You has Dagger of the Star and 5-star sapphires. Ooh, with 5,000 GP, I could make it better. You wants this? Sure, let's see what it does.
Okay. Stand back then. Never used this recipe before. Could be messy.
Sure.
Enjoy. Now Saspinar goes back to his duties. Oh, yes. Lots of goodies to find. Lots to collect.
Oh, you have no idea, Sespinar. Let's talk some more.
Saspinar, gladly, sir. Ooh. Huh? Sword that burns. I keep looking. Ooh. What's that? Sharp.
Oh, you has both Ixal's Spike and Ixal's Nail. They meant to go together. 5,000 GP and I do. You want? Do it.
Okay. Stand back then. Never used this recipe before. Could be messy.
He always gives that warning, and so far it hasn't actually been messy.
Enjoy. Now Saspinar goes back to his duties. Oh, yes.
I'm pleased that you came
Lots
across
of
me
goodies to
instead.
find. Lots to collect.
I wish y'all wouldn't talk at the same time. That's
Saspinar make good butler, yes? Would you like me to make you shiny ones? I have many recipes.
Sespinar is... I like what he can do. I like that he does it fairly quickly. Like, he doesn't make me go through extra dialogue. He just goes through things, says, hey, I can do this. Do you want me to do it? And I don't have to go through, like, 3 things to say yes or no. And, like, the main thing here is that the voice acting here, this particular voice is very painful to me personally to listen to. If I have to listen to him talk for too long, it gives me a headache. That is the one thing that I don't like about Sespinar. I like everything else about Sespinar. He's a good sort.
Ooh, huh? Sword that burns. I keep ooh, nice axe. Lots off heads like nobody's business. I like it.
Yes, you have asked me that before. I know, I remember that you love him, Jorg. I do remember that you love him, and I understand why you love him. I cannot love him because he is causing me physical pain. But I don't hate him. It's not his fault that he's hurting me. If you find Balor's claw, we can make Axe of the Unyielding. Good recipe. Well, good recipe if you has claw.
I keep looking, but me getting pretty hungry now. Ah, the flail of many heads it is. Ouch! Ooh, wrong head.
Okay, I got the poison head, still don't have the electricity head. Moving
You
along.
Sure just want to dump everything out? Easier that way. What got we here? A book? It's good bedtime readings, maybe. Oh, this tome of golems. Yuck. Boring.
You have the clay golem page, which makes tome better. Oh yes, just uses 5,000 GP, and then you can make all clay golems you want, in fact. Sure, go ahead. I need the inventory space.
And back then, never used this recipe before. Could be messy.
Here we go.
Enjoy. Now Saspinar goes back to his duties. Oh, yes.
Gold is, yeah, gold is very abundant this far into the game.
Saspinar gladly. Ooh. Huh? Sword that I keep. Ooh, nice. I keep looking. Ah, the flail of. You sure you're not just. What got we here? A book? It's good bedtime
Okay,
readings,
there's
maybe.
pages that can make books better.
This tome of golems.
Book, make book better. Da 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 da. Just put book back. Yeah.
I think I see bracers of goody two-shoes-ness.
Yeah, I still don't want those converted, thank you. No, keep going.
Okay. Oh, wait. Here's your glove. Only one?
No, I still don't have a bard.
You must have something in here worth me looking. Maybe nice, huh? You have something here? Smells like dirt? Needs good washing, maybe.
Uh-huh. Oh, I have recipe for this, actually. Ranger named Montolio once have cloak in class, finds both, and I's put it together for you, okay? Good recipe.
Don't be so pushy. I looks when I's good and ready. Okay, I's ready. Hey, what is this? A hood? You off to visit
Thieves' hood.
Grandmother?
Still don't have a ring of invisibility.
There only one more recipe I has. Okay, maybe I have something here. By the way, I organizes all your shoes, okay?
Still don't have the oaken ring. I do have the nymph's tear. No, I do not want the quiver of bolts to be upgraded.
Well, I don't see anything else I can make. So much for that. Over and out. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya and all that. Just more going now. I want a nap, maybe.
Thanks, Espinar. Okay, let's give this back to Jaheira. Let's give this beauty to Jaheira. Give that to Imoen. I think there's a bunch of this stuff that I could stash and not, like, miss very much. So,
Speak. Without doubt.
let's start hucking things into the box, shall we? I don't remember what the keys are for, that's the problem. But I don't need the Diary of Karsten's Apprentice or Karsten's Journal.
Who says
Now,
what?
this is where we come into a problem. Okay, let's see here. I only have 2 spaces, so this is going to be so slow, and I apologize to you all.
Run, Bo, run!
I do not currently have anyone using axes, no. That goes to the backpack. I should probably hold on to the Scepter of Radiance just in case for the moment. But yeah, I just really need somebody to sell all this jewelry to. I have way too much jewelry and not enough places to put it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, now that I've dumped some quest stuff that I'm not gonna need, probably.
Quickly and precisely.
Back to whence I came. And then, is this out, or is... Okay, that's back to the machine.
without hesitation.
Ah, and we are outside. Okay.
This will not take
I'm
long.
pleased that you came across me when you did. This group does good things.
Let's hope that this is the correct staircase. This does not look like it's the correct staircase. No, this is definitely not the right place. I want up here. What if I just... What is happening? It's the glowing blue hand. Okay, so where they're trying to go is... Oh, here. Okay. Come on, everybody. I sent you the wrong way. I know. I know, I'm terrible. Stop whining. Alright, everybody upstairs. There we go. Was it Sister Garlina? I think it was Sister Garlina.
As always, the pleasure is mine.
Hallelujah. Okay. Setting aside the gems, which is its own set of problems. This jewelry has all gotta go. I need the inventory space, and gold does not take up any space. Then there's the issue of the gems. I can never remember what I need and what I don't need. Double click the item if it's in bulk to sell them. Oh! It's been that simple all along? Oh man. Okay, it's been that simple all along. Two games I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Alright. Open you up. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh boy.
You point, I pop, make way,
Do not
villainy.
anger.
Hero coming through.
Well, identification is its own problem. But I also had to stuff a bunch of gems in here. And jewelry. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of juggling in order to get stuff identified, which is going to be spectacular. Let's see here. Going to continue holding on to the Elminster. Going to identify this sword. It's a regular +2 sword, is it? Okay. What have you got? Man, I've got a storage problem in here is what I've got. Okay. Honestly, I should have just sold this stuff while I was in the... Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let's go to the bottom. Going to try and take as much of this unidentified stuff to the backpack. That third axe, this fancy looking one? Yeah. I admit I'm curious about that one too. Okay, we've run out of space in the backpack, so... Okay, we're going to start with stuff that I'm never going to use that doesn't have a name. Is going to be sold. I'm not even sure why I was keeping a basic mace. What the heck? Oh, I've got adamantine dust in here? Ugh. I'm gonna have to, like, take that out and throw it on the ground, I think. Should I sell the fake dragon eggs? I think I should sell the fake dragon eggs. I can't. Great. Okay, fine. Why do I have a ransom note? Doom de doom de doom de doom. Do 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 do. All right, and then off to the identifier. Okay, 2 basic battle axes. An axe of the unyielding, which I believe the imp mentioned. This axe was last seen in the gnarled fists of Glimred Heavyhand, an aging dwarven hero who disappeared in the deepest caverns beneath the Marching Mountains. Okay. Angervadal +4. That's the flaming sword. Also known as the Stream of Anguish, this is the legendary burning blade of Fritholof. Irifrikal +5. The Unholy Reaver, Irivrikal. This dark, two-handed sword radiates evil from a distance. The weapon is not just unholy, but unearthly as well. Long thought to be just a myth, the blade's infamy pervades the accounts of learned bards and ancient sages. According to these accounts, the Githyanki wizard-smith Irumar forged the blade many centuries ago in dark caverns beneath Tunarath. This Githyanki city floats in the astral plane upon the petrified corpse of a dead god known only as the One in the Void. To craft the sword, Ilmar allegedly used the One's own bones, which consist of a metallic substance unknown in the prime material plane. The smith then imbued the weapon with a fiendish entity, whom some seers claim was a mighty prince of the lower plane of Carceri. Others claim the sword contains the One in the Void's own spirit, banished within the blade for crimes committed against other gods in past ages. In any case, Irevakal possesses such an enmity against good that only blackguards committed to evil may wield it. Circular runes etched on the blade proclaim its name in ancient Tirsu, the Githyanki language. The runes translate roughly as Pain Serpent. "50% chance to spell magic on each hit. Thank you." Okay. A spear +1. I am not going to bother to read the description for basic weapons. 2 wands of spell striking. Interesting. A short sword +2. A cleric staff +3. More wand of spell striking, a bastard sword +2, and Usino's blade +4. The daughter of a high-ranking official within the bureaucratic society of Karatur, Usino rejected her family's station and carved a legend for herself among the Yakuza of the underworld. The blade of this enchanted ninjato crackles with electrical energy. 10% chance of inflicting 2d10 electrical damage with each hit. Well, okay. Interesting. Alright, sell the things that don't have names. And frankly, I'm going to be selling these wands of spell striking as well. I already have so many, and I don't use them. So, sell all that stuff. Take a moment to shove all that back into the bag of holding. Open her up. Find more unidentified stuff. Okay, that's all of the unidentified stuff. All right. Speak unto the sister once again. Identification, it's time to do it. Wand of Sleep. This wand instantly renders the target blind, deaf, and mute, but perhaps the most dangerous aspect of this terrible device is that anyone can use it. Cast blindness, deafness, and silence all in one go. Okay. Wand, okay, no, wait, those are the wands of cursing. Okay. I like those. I'ma keep them. A large shield +2, a small shield +2, chainmail +2, wand of sleep. This wand will emit a gold beam of energy at its targets up to a maximum range of 80 feet, affecting a 15-foot radius. If the target creatures fail their save versus wand, they will fall into a deep comatose sleep for 2 turns. Oh, I don't want to keep that one, no. Paladin's Bracers. Defenders of justice are ever eager to acquire another tool which may be used to thwart the machinations of evil. However, these particular gauntlets can only be worn by a warrior of the purest heart. And some Bard Gloves. These leather gloves do not appear to have any special properties, though they are quite fashionable. How do you know what is what? This is so confusing. I usually just press the item on the left to see what it does. I can read very fast, Jorg. My eyes can read a lot faster than my mouth can read it. So I'm basically just going through the list and finding the description for the thing that I'm looking for very quickly before I read it. Oh, yeah, agreed. I did run into those magical golems earlier in this thing, but there was a whole box of non-magical weapons sitting like in the room right outside, so I just slammed the door, went back and got the non-magical weapons, and had at. But yes, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the list on the side, and then I'm scrolling through quickly, just skim reading, so that I find the thing that I'm looking for. Basically, I am taking advantage of some innate talents that I have for reading and just applying them very, very quickly to what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to keep the Wands of Cursing. I'm going to sell the shields and the chainmail, and definitely the Wand of Sleep is leaving my possession. I will keep the Paladin Bracers and the Bard Gloves, even though it's going to mean that Cespinar is going to ask me if I want to upgrade them every single time. There we go. Okay. Put that in there, put that in there. Find that ransom note. Because I definitely do not need to be... Okay, adamantine dust. Fake dragon eggs. Ransom note. Okay, next time I go back... I have a lot of stuff in here that should have been stored. Okay, now we're good. So in your head, you're basically Eminem rapping. I mean, maybe. Basically, I'm just reading much, much faster than my mouth is moving.
What is it?
It's just
Speed.
It's just a thing. It's a thing that I can do. Is I can move my mouth and read at the same time. But yeah, it's a skill that has come in handy for me with this choice of career that I'm running with right now with the whole streaming thing. Being able to read stuff and know whether or not I need to read it aloud, it's a handy skill.
Swords, not what, but kicking, for goodness!
I mainly have suspicions, but I don't know anything for certain yet. It's really hard to say anything for certain at this point. I know that I have run into implications that these people up at the top of the tower may not have been telling the entire truth, but I also haven't really uncovered anything as to the nature of the imprisoned one. I do play tabletop. I started fairly recently, actually.
If it must be done.
However, I've not done...
Shiny ones.
I've not done anything from the official books. Like, I haven't done any of the set campaigns. All of the campaigns that I've had have been in homebrew worlds, and also all of the playing that I have done has been in 5th edition. Thaco confuses me endlessly, and I'm so glad that I didn't play tabletop in the AD&D days. I probably would not still be playing tabletop now if I'd actually tried to play back then. Okay, so this one is the door that I came out of, I'm pretty sure. Is Forgotten Realms setting or completely in Forgotten Realms? Well, that's an excellent question. Let me think for a moment. All but one of the campaigns that I have played in have been in a completely homebrew setting. One was a two-shot that was actually, it was a module, but it wasn't a module that had been made by Wizards of the Coast. So it was in a recognizable D&D world, but it was not set in a particular existing... Excuse me, I had a sneeze all of a sudden. Forgotten Realms would be Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. I have Pathfinder books.
Speak.
I have not actually played in Pathfinder yet. All of my tabletop playing has been in 5th edition. I want to be able to play in Pathfinder, but my life has been very busy in the last couple of years, which is when I got the Pathfinder books, and I honestly haven't had a chance to finish them. It takes me time to absorb that sort of thing, and also Pathfinder is similar enough to D&D that I have to read it very slowly so that I keep them separated in my mind. So I haven't actually played Pathfinder. I intend to be able to, but I just haven't had the time to go through the books that it really needs. Okay, so I finished the one trial in here. There are 2 more trials left to go, and I think I'm going to be getting to them next week. What we've heard is Pathfinder is like 3rd edition, and that is very math heavy, like advanced. Oh, I see. Well, that might be another reason why it's taking me so long to get through the Pathfinder books then. I know that character creation is a lot more complicated in Pathfinder than it is in 5th edition, and that's really saying something. So I don't know. Someday I will play in Pathfinder because I spent money on those books. I did not pirate them. I spent money on them. They're mine. They have my actual legal name on them because they're ebooks. And I do intend to actually use them at some point. I just haven't gotten to it. Right now, I have one campaign that I've been playing in for a few months now, and I have one campaign that has just started, and they're both 5th edition, and that is all the time that I have right now. In fact, I probably shouldn't be giving the time for 2 campaigns, but I just really want to play, man. So, that's how it goes. But in any case, it is nearly midnight over here in the Eastern time zone where I am, so this is where I'm going to be calling it a night. When I come back again next week, I will be definitely getting to the other trials. Oh, you're welcome, Jorg. I really enjoy streaming, so I'm glad that I can pass that enjoyment on to my viewers. But I will get to the other 2 trials in this room and figuring out the whole potions thing over in the other room over there next week when I stream again. Oh, good night to you too, Green. It's been nice having your irreverent self here as well. And for anyone who has missed any streams or who has just discovered me this evening, or who didn't see the entire of this stream, you can find all of my Baldur's Gate archived on my YouTube channel, which I've just linked to on the chat here. Just woke up an hour ago, so I missed most of it. Ah, I see. Well, the video for this will be going up on Friday on my YouTube channel, and all of the previous Baldur's Gate videos are already on the YouTube channel. So they're all there, hours upon hours, to get you all caught up in my various struggles with this game and Thaco, and just making it through everything. And I will be back streaming again tomorrow night, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be playing Slime Rancher for Management Monday. I'll be continuing to work on my glorious little slime farm, just making things nice and wonderful, and hopefully getting some of the glass desert unlocked, and hopefully growing in green. Like I do hope to unlock at least one oasis in the upcoming stream, so that I can get some Oasis-only slimes that are available there. Or at least some Oasis-only slime plorts that are available there, so that I can hybrid myself up some beauties. And boy, are they going to be beauties. So that is the plan for Slime Rancher. Then I will be back again on Wednesday night at as close to 7 p.m. as we can get enough people together to form a game. I will be playing either Among Us or Scribble It or 100% Orange Juice with my friends, depending on the quantity of people that we have. Among Us is what we play when we have the most of us, and it doesn't really need any other description besides that. Scribble It is the game that we play when we don't have enough for Among Us, but we have too many for 100% Orange Juice. It's a Pictionary-style game where one person draws and everybody else tries to guess what the heck the spelling is for what they're trying to guess they're drawing. And 100% Orange Juice is anime Mario Party madness with RNG and cards that change everything, and each character has their own little set of powers that do special things. It's amazing. Good night to you too, Jorg. And then, somewhere around usually 10:15 or 10:20 or so on Wednesday, when my friends have to abandon me because their day jobs require them to be up in the morning, which requires them to sleep, I switch over to my solo Valheim server, where I crash around and try not to get killed by a golem on the mountain. And we'll see how well that goes this week, because that golem's still up there, and it seems to be standing on a silver deposit, so I've got to get rid of the sucker so that I can go mining. I only have one idea for fighting the golem, and that is to dig a pit and try and figure out a way to shove it into it without dying. And it's a really bad plan, but it's the only plan I have. So, we'll see how well that goes. It's not a good plan. It's the only one I have. And then on Thursday night, speaking of plans that might not be the best plans, but will be plans regardless, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will be playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands for Try Not to Die Thursday. I'll be rolling up a fresh character and working my way through the plot in that. Alas, I have played through the game at least twice now, so I do have a lot of the unlocks that are account-wide, but as long as I start a fresh player, there's still a bunch of unlocks to be hunted down and taken care of, and of course there's so many monsters to kill and hopefully not be killed by. So I'm going to try to have some fun with the irreverent humor of Tiny Tina Wonderland this upcoming Thursday. And then, next Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, it will be back to Baldur's Gate 2, the Throne of Baal, where I will hopefully complete the other trials to do whatever it needs to be done with this seal. And I still don't know what to do. Like, I don't know whether to actually use this scroll that these people up top gave me, or whether I should do something else, or what. But I'll hopefully figure that out next week. Problems for future Foxwine. We'll see how it goes. So, that is the plan for the week. All of the games that I'm going to be playing and what I plan to do in those games, as much as I plan for anything. And I can't really plan for a lot of these, now that I come to think of it. Most of them, it's not a plan or it's a bad plan. But whether or not the plan's bad, and whether or not I have a plan, I still have fun, and I had so much fun tonight. And I hope that all of you had at least as much fun as I did. And I hope that you all have a great night, or in Jorg's specific case, a great morning. Good night.